It's Mac the Guru, and I was able to catch this versus with Omarion, Mario, Ray J, Pleasure P, Bobby V, Sammy, and I thought it was good, man. People watch stuff to literally hate or find a negative in it. I watched it and thought it was good, and I could recognize where some things was off at for sure, but I could rationalize why it's off. Like, I'm looking at the comments while I'm doing it because I was in the gym watching. I'm like, yo, why people wilding like they wilding and they know what's up? Let me explain this to y'all, man. When a singer is on stage and cannot hear themselves, they always sound worse. Literally. Now, around the midpoint, Omarion start figuring, all right, I got to sing like this because he cannot hear himself. That's clear as day. All of the singers up there can sing, including Ray J. They was really killing Ray J. But I knew exactly what it was. Ray J ain't outperforming one. Ray J not performing right now, man. You could go back and see Ray J hitting stuff good. But if you a singer and you not performing, it's like when Bobby Brown did it. He not performing there. He not in shape. It changed their voice. It changed their stamina, how long they could hold note, all that. And when you ain't fresh like that, it's going to change it. It ain't that Ray J just can't sing. People was in like, oh, he just can't sing. No. If he couldn't sing, he wouldn't been able to ever sing that song and do it. But I didn't heard him sing it definitely better than how he was singing up there, you know. And he knew that. They up there, they just having fun. I also want to say, gotta agree with Pleasure P. Pleasure P had no business in that slot that he was in, man. Let's just be real. We're going to get back to Omarion and Mario. And I'm going to break down who I thought won and why. But Pleasure P had no business being up there with Sam. No disrespect to Sammy, Bobby V, or Ray J. But Pleasure P was mad, and I know why. He literally has 20 records. Like, this when I was younger. So, all these singers was when I was younger. Pleasure P got 20 records because them first Pretty Ricky album, them first two, bruh, he got like almost 20 off them first two. Not 20, but almost. He got like 13, 14 off them first two. Then he got tracks he wrote. Then he got that album that he had where he had like 3 singles off that. And he did those. But Pleasure P really got 20. So I see why he was like, dog, we supposed to go 20. But the rest of them couldn't go 20, Pleasure P. You got to understand that. They just can't go to, even with their features, even with all that. They can't sit up there and go 20 with you. You know, now, they made it tag team and they put Pleasure P with Sammy. Sammy got like 3. You know, Sammy did Hardball, which I thought that was cool. I'm like, oh, he did Hardball, which Hardball was cool when it was then, like back then. What I noticed, though, people do revisionist history with these verses, man. They do revisionist history, and however they see you, their perception of you now, that's what they go with. So people might perceive Sammy now like, oh, Sammy, he ain't had hits in years. He only had a couple of, yeah, but they was big. When he did that, I Like It, boy, rocked it. When Omarion brought them people out to dance for that You Got Served stuff, look at the crowd. If you not, because I'm like, oh, he doing the You Got Served stuff, but I'm watching the crowd. I'm like, ooh, that was a banger, a monster. He rocked that crowd. Now, since we on Omarion, I do think Pleasure P should get his justice, though, and really do it with somebody, because he really can. But Omarion and Mario can blow. Him and Pleasure P, if everybody's voice was 100%, I would say Pleasure P and Mario probably got the best voices. But that ain't all that go into an artist. You got stage performance too. Omarion could dance the best. That's without a shadow of a doubt. So he gonna rock the stage better. But his voice, I would put third. If everything was 100%, his voice would have still, it would have been much better than what it was. But he would have been 3. Then probably Rage, Bobby V. No, Bobby V. and then Ray J. Maybe they like a little close, right? They a little close. But even though Mario was blowing, and he was blowing, Mario got about 5-6 songs, y'all. That just got to be real. So he blowing, he's singing some words real good. Like I'm watching, I'm like, man, he's singing them words he's singing real good. I just don't know him. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just real talk. I knew some of his songs because this was the time, I was young. I was listening to music every day. I knew some of his songs, especially he got 2 real big ones. And then he got like 3 or 4 ones that I knew. That was big too. They was big. I ain't gonna stunt. They was big too. But he got 2 real big ones. Omarion got like 5 real big ones, right? And when he came out the gate, he was sounding bad because he can't hear himself. But Touch, Entourage, them songs is big, man. And then he ended big. Like, it's no way. I just knew more of Omarion stuff. That's just what it come down to. Like, he just got the bigger songs. He sung them worse. He brought people out. Tank OG came out and was like, let me blow. Let me come out here and blow for the young. But Tank came out. Jeremiah came out. But all in all, Omarion just got bigger hits. So if you going down the list and putting these songs next to each other, you like, oh, no. Omarion, he won. And that's just being real. He won, man. Because he just got more songs. Mario definitely blew up there, though. He was singing. Singing. And he held it down, and it's going to be some people that's going to look at that and go, but I can't punish Omarion for him not being able to hear himself. Verzuz got to get that together. I can't just be like, Verzuz got to get that together, man. And if you looking at the comments, Swiss Beats already said something like, yo, everybody should get fired because it ain't right. And if Swiss Beats was sitting next to Alicia Keys, real talk, I bet Alicia Keys was in his ear like, y'all got to get that together. Y'all can't have him up there singing where he can't hear himself. What if that was me up there? I bet she was saying that because it ain't going to sound right, So that's my take on the Verzuz. All in all, though, good night. Ray J did his thing. They was all funny. Everybody up there. It did get kind of, Pleasure P he kind of got a little serious for a second. But they all did their thing. Pleasure P killed it. Bobby V. I forgot he was in that group. That first song he did, I'm like, oh, that's my cut too. So he killed it. Sammy. They all had highlights, man. For Sammy, it got to be the one he did I like it, Bobby V, the Miss Officer, Ray J, of course, One Wish, Sexy Can I. Pleasure P, really all his songs was on. I can't even lie, man. And then Omarion, he brought out the dance people for the movie he had back in the day. That was fire. He had the highlights at the beginning with Touch, Entourage. He was dancing. He got hit. The bump. He did the B2K thing at the end. And then Mario, Just a Friend. Let Me Love You, Circle. He had some stuff too, man. Great night. Gotta touch some things up though as far as the mics. It's Smack the Guru. Make sure you check out the other content on the channel. Click that like button. And as always, y'all be easy, be safe. Peace.